Chapter 11. The Dharma Protection of an Earth Spirit. At that time, the Earth Spirit firm and stable addressed the Buddha thus: "World Honored One, since long ago I have personally beheld and bowed to limitless numbers of Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas. All of them have inconceivably great spiritual penetrations and wisdom that they use in taking across vast numbers of beings. Among all of the Bodhisattvas, Earth-Star Bodhisattva Mahasattva has made the deepest and weightiest vows. World-Honored One, Earth-Star Bodhisattva has great affinities with beings in Jambudvipa, Manjushri, Universal Worthy, Samadhi, Contemplator of the World's Souls, Avalokiteshvara Kuan Yin, and Maitreya also manifest hundreds of thousands of transformation bodies to rescue those in the six paths, but their vows will ultimately be fulfilled. Earth-Star Bodhisattva keeps renewing his vows to teach and transform beings in the six paths throughout ends as numerous as the number of sand grains in thousands of billions of Ganges rivers. World-Honored One, as I regard beings of the present and future, I see those who make shrines of clay, stone, bamboo, or wood and set them on pure ground in the southern part of their dwellings. They place within the shrines images of Earth-Star Bodhisattva, either sculpted or painted or made of gold, silver, copper, or iron. Then they burn incense, make offerings, behold, worship, and praise him. By doing those things, such people will receive 10 kinds of benefits. What are those 10? First, their lands will be fertile. Second, their families and homes will always be peaceful. Third, their ancestors will be born in the heavens. Fourth, those of the current generation will enjoy benefits and long lives. Fifth, they will easily obtain what they want. Sixth, they will not encounter disasters of water and fire. Seventh, they will avoid unforeseen calamities. Eighth, they will never have nightmares. Ninth, they will be protected by spirits in their daily comings and goings. Tenth, they will create many causes that lead to sagehood. World-Honored One, beings of the present and future who make offerings in their homes in the prescribed manner will attain benefits like those. He further said to the Buddha, World-Honored One, good men or women in the future may keep the Sutra and an image of the Bodhisattva where they live. Furthermore, they may recite the Sutra and make offerings to the Bodhisattva. I shall constantly use my own spiritual powers day and night to guard and protect those who do that from disasters, including floods, fire, robbery, and theft, major calamities, and minor accidents. The Buddha told the earth spirit firm and stable. There are few spirits who can match your great spiritual power. Why do I say that? All the lands in Jambudvipa receive your protection. All the grasses, woods, sands, stones, paddy fields, hemp, bamboo, reeds, grains, rice, and gems come forth from the earth because of your power. Moreover, your constant praising of the beneficial deeds of Earth-Star Bodhisattva makes your meritorious virtual and spiritual penetrations hundreds of thousands of times greater than those of ordinary earth spirits. If good men or women in the future make offerings to this Bodhisattva, or recite the Sutra of the past vows of Earth-Star Bodhisattva, and rely upon even a single aspect of it in their cultivation, you should use your own spiritual powers to protect them Do not allow any disasters or unwelcome events even to be heard, much less undergone by them. Not only will those people be protected by you, but they will also be protected by the followers of Shakra, Brahma, and other gods. Why will they receive protection from sages and worthy such as those? It will be due to their having beheld and worshipped an image of a star Bodhisattva, and from having recited the Sutra of his past vows. Such people will quite naturally be able to leave the sea of suffering and will ultimately be certified to the bliss of nirvana. For those reasons, they will receive great protection. Chapter 12. Benefits derived from seeing and hearing. At that time, the world-honored one emitted millions of billions of great rays of light from the crown of his head. They were white ray, the great white ray, the auspicious ray, the great auspicious ray, the jade ray, the great jade ray, the purple ray, the great purple ray, the blue ray, the great blue ray, the azure ray, the great azure ray, the red ray, the great red ray, the green ray, the great green ray, the gold ray, the great gold ray, the celebration cloud ray, the great celebration cloud ray, the thousand-wheeled ray, the great thousand-wheeled ray, the jeweled wheel ray, the great jeweled wheel ray, the solar disk ray, the great solar disk ray, the lunar disk ray, the great lunar disk ray, the palace ray, the great palace ray, the ocean cloud ray, and the great ocean cloud ray. After emitting such rays of light from the crown of his head, he spoke in subtle and wonderful sounds to the great assembly of gods, dragons, the rest of the Eightfold Division, humans, non-humans, and others. Hear me today in the palace of the Trayastrimsha Heaven as I praise Earth Star Bodhisattva, telling of his beneficial deeds, of the inconceivable events, of the matter of his transcendence to sagehood, of the circumstances of his certification to the 10th ground, and of the situation leading to his becoming irreversible from Anuttara Samyak Sambuddhi. After he said that, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva named the contemplator of the world souls rose from his seat and in the assembly knelt and with palms together said to the Buddha, World-honored one, Earth Star Bodhisattva Mahasattva is replete with great compassion and pities beings who are suffering for their offenses. In thousands of billions of worlds, he creates thousands of billions of transformation bodies through the strength of his meritorious virtue and inconceivable awesome spiritual power. I have heard the world-honored one and the numberless Buddhas of the 10 directions praise Earth Star Bodhisattva in unison, saying that even if all the Buddhas of the past, present, and future were to speak of his meritorious qualities, they could never finish describing them. Upon hearing the world-honored one tell the great assembly that he now wants to praise Earth Star Bodhisattva's beneficial deeds and so forth, I am beseeching the world-honored one to praise the inconceivable events pertaining to Earth Star Bodhisattva for the sake of beings of the present and future, and to cause the gods, dragons, and the rest of the Eightfold Division to gaze at him in worship and obtain blessings. The Buddha replied to contemplator of the world's souls Bodhisattva, You have deep affinities with the Saha world. If gods, dragons, men, women, spirits, ghosts, or any other beings who are suffering for offenses within the 6 paths hear your name, see your image, behold you, or praise you, they will definitely become irreversible on the unsurpassed way. They will always be born among people and gods, and their experience wonderful bliss. When the effects of their causes come to fruition, they will encounter Buddhas who will give them predictions. Jiwana replied with great compassion and pity for beings, including gods, dragons, and the rest of the Eightfold Division. Listen as I discuss events involving the inconceivable benefits bestowed by Earth-Star Bodhisattva. Listen attentively. I will discuss it for you. Contemplator of the World South said, "So be it, World Honored One. We will be pleased to listen." The Buddha told the Bodhisattva contemplator of the World South, "In worlds of the present and future, gods whose heavenly blessings are ending may be manifesting the five signs of decay, indicating what they may be about to fall into the evil paths. When those signs appear, if those gods, whether male or female, see Earth-Star Bodhisattva's image or hear his name and gaze at him or bow but once to him, their heavenly blessings will thereby increase. They will experience great happiness and will never have to undergo retributions in the three evil paths. How much more will that be the case for those who, upon seeing and hearing the Bodhisattva, use incense, flowers, clothing, food, drink, jewels, and necklaces as gifts and offerings to him? The meritorious virtual blessings and benefits they gain will be limitless and unbounded. Moreover, contemplator of the world south, in worlds of the present and future, when beings in the six paths are on the verge of death, if they can hear the name of a Star Bodhisattva even once, such beings will never have to endure the sufferings of the three evil paths again. How much more will that be the case if the parents or other relatives use the houses, wealth, property, jewels, and clothing of such people who are on the verge of death to commission the carving or painting of images of Earth-Star Bodhisattva? If those ailing people have not yet died, their relatives can try to have them see, hear, and understand that their houses, jewels, and so forth have been used to carve or paint images of Earth-Star Bodhisattva. If those pupils' karmic retributions were such that they were to undergo severe sickness, then with such merit they can quickly be cured and their lifespans prolonged. If those people's retributions send them to the evil destinies of death due to their karma and obstacles, then with such merit they can, when their lives end, be born instead among people or gods, and there enjoy extremely wonderful bliss. All their obstacles due to offenses will dissolve. Moreover, contemplator of the world's house Bodhisattva, in the future men or women may lose their fathers, mothers, brothers, or sisters while still infants or as youngsters. As the adults, such people may think about those parents and other relatives, not knowing into what paths or worlds or heavens they have been reborn. Suppose that such people are able to sculpt or paint images of Earth-Star Bodhisattva, or to gaze upon and worship him for 1 through 7 days without retreating. Thus, upon hearing his name and seeing his image, they gaze at him in worship and make offerings. If such people's relatives had fallen into bad paths and were destined to remain there for many aeons, those relatives would quickly gain release, be born among people or gods, and experience supremely wonderful bliss. That will happen because of the meritorious virtue generated by their sons, daughters, brothers, or sisters who carved or painted images of earth-store Bodhisattva and then gazed upon and worshipped them. If such people's relatives have already been born among people or gods on the strength of their own blessings and are already experiencing supremely wonderful bliss, then upon receiving that additional merit, their causes pertaining to sagehood will increase, and they will experience limitless bliss. If such people are able to behold and worship images of a star Bodhisattva single-mindedly for 3 weeks, reciting its name a full 10,000 times, the Bodhisattva may then manifest about this body and describe to those people the realms into which their relatives have been born. Or, in their dreams, the Bodhisattva may manifest great spiritual powers and personally lead them to those worlds to see their relatives. If they can further recite the Bodhisattva's name 1,000 times a day, every day, for 1,000 days, the Bodhisattva will order the ghosts and earth spirits in the vicinity of such people to guard and protect them for their entire lives. In this world, their clothing and food will be abundant, and they will have no suffering from sickness or other causes. No accidents will occur in their households, much less affect them personally. Finally, the Bodhisattva will wrap the crowns of their heads and bestow predictions upon them. Moreover, contemplator of the world-souls Bodhisattva, in the future, good men or women may want to practice great compassion in rescuing beings, may want to cultivate unsurpassed Bodhi, and may want to live the triple world. Those people may see earth-store Bodhisattva's image, hear his name, and in their hearts take refuge with him. They may use incense, flowers, clothing, jewels, food, and drink to make offerings while beholding and worshipping him. Such people's wishes will quickly be fulfilled, and they will never have any further obstructions. Moreover, contemplator of the world-souls Bodhisattva, in the future, good men and women may want to fulfill millions or billions of vows and to succeed in as many undertakings both in the present and the future. They need only take refuge with, gaze upon, worship, make offerings to, and praise images of earth-store Bodhisattva. In this way, their vows and goals can all be realized. Moreover, they may hope that earth-store Bodhisattva, being endowed with great compassion, will always protect them. In dreams, the Bodhisattva will rub the crowns of their heads and bestow predictions upon them. Moreover, contemplator of the world-souls Bodhisattva, in the future, good men and women may have a high regard for the great vehicle sutras and make the inconceivable resolve to read them and to recite them from memory. They may then encounter a bright master who instructs them so that they can become familiar with the texts. But as soon as they learn them, they forget them. They may try for months or years and yet still be unable to read or recite them from memory. Because those good men and women have karmic obstructions from past lives that have not yet been dissolved, they are unable to read and memorize sutras of great vehicle. Upon hearing earth-store Bodhisattva's name or seeing his image, such people should, with deep respect and honesty, state their situation to the Bodhisattva. In addition, they should use incense, flowers, clothing, food and drink, and other beloved material objects to make offerings to the Bodhisattva. They should place a bowl of pure water before the Bodhisattva for 1 day and 1 night. Afterwards, Joining their palms together, they should state their request and then, while facing south, prepare to drink the water. As the water is about to enter their mouths, they should be particularly sincere and solemn. After drinking the water, they should abstain from the 5 pungent plants, wine, meat, improper sexual activity, false speech, and all killing and harming for 1 to 3 weeks. In dreams, those good men and women may then see Earth Star Bodhisattva manifesting about this body and anointing the crowns of the heads with water. When they awaken, they may be endowed with keen intelligence. Upon hearing this sutra but one time, they will eternally remember it and never forget or lose a single sentence or verse. Moreover, contemplator of the world's house, Bodhisattva. In the future, there may be people whose food and clothing are insufficient, who find their efforts thwarted, or who endure much sickness or misfortune, whose families are not peaceful, whose relatives are scattered, who are accident-prone, or who are often startled in their sleep by dreams. Upon hearing Earth Star Bodhisattva's name and seeing his image, such people should recite his name a full 10,000 times with extreme sincerity and respect. Those in auspicious circumstances will gradually disappear, and they will find peace and happiness. Their food and clothing will be abundant, and even in their dreams they will be peaceful and happy. Moreover, contemplator of the world's house Bodhisattva. In the future, good men or women may have to enter mountain forests, cross rivers, seas, or other large bodies of water, or take dangerous routes either for the sake of earning their own livelihood or for public or personal affairs, matters of life and death, or other urgent business. Such people should first recite the name of a Star Bodhisattva a full 10,000 times. The ghosts and spirits of the lands they pass through will then guard and protect them in their walking, standing, sitting, and lying down. The peace and happiness of those people will constantly be preserved, so that even if they encounter tigers, wolves, lions, or any other harmful or poisonous creatures, they will not be harmed. The Buddha told the contemplator of the world's house Bodhisattva, a Star Bodhisattva has deep affinities with the beings in Jambudvipa. Hundreds of thousands of ants would not be time enough to describe the benefits derived by beings who see this Bodhisattva and hear his name. Therefore, contemplator of the world's house Bodhisattva, you should use your spiritual powers to propagate this sutra, thus enabling beings in the Saha world to enjoy peace and happiness always throughout the hundreds of millions of ants. At that time, the world-honored one spoke verses, saying, I observe that Earth stores awesome spiritual strength, could not be described in ants numerous as the Ganges sands. Seeing, hearing, beholding, and bowing to him even once benefits people and gods in endless numbers of ways. Men and women, gods and dragons, near the end of their rewards and doomed to fall into the evil paths, can sincerely take refuge with this great being, thereby lengthening their lives and dispelling offenses. Sometimes youngsters lose their kind and loving parents and do not know what paths they are now on. Quite often, lost brothers, sisters, and other kin were never known to their surviving relatives. By sculpting or painting this Bodhisattva's image, and then beseeching, gazing at, and bowing to him, and beholding his name in mind a full 3 weeks, Those relatives may see the Bodhisattva's body. The Bodhisattva may show them where those kin were born, and even quickly free those in bad destinies. If those praying can sustain their initial resolve, crowds may be wrapped, sagely predictions given. Those determined to cultivate unsurpassed Bodhi, then escape the suffering here in the triple world, should let their greatly compassionate hearts unfold as they first behold and bow to this great being. Then every vow they make will soon be fulfilled, and no bad karma will ever hinder or stop them. Some people may resolve to read the sutra texts, hoping to have confused beings reach the other shore. Although the vows they make are quite remarkable, try as they may, they cannot remember what they read. Because of their karmic obstacles and delusions, those people cannot memorize the Mahayana Sutras, but they can offer thanks and flowers to Earth Store and give him clothes, food, and other special things. They can set pure water on the Bodhisattva's altar, leaving it there day and night before they drink it. They should rigorously abstain from pungent plants, alcohol, meat, improper sex, and false speech. For 3 weeks, they should not kill any creature, while being mindful of the name of that great being. Then, in a dream, their vision may become boundless. Awakening, they may find that they now have keen ears. After that, when they hear the teachings of the sutras, they will never forget them for thousands of lives. How inconceivable is this Bodhisattva in helping people like that gain such wisdom. Beings may be impoverished or plagued with disease. Their homes may be troubled, their relatives scattered. They may find no peace even in sleep or dreams. Their efforts may be totally thwarted, but beholding and bowing to Earth Store's image can cause all those evils to simply disappear. Dreams will become entirely peaceful, food and clothes ample, spirits and ghosts now guardians. When people need to pass through mountain forests, cross the seas, or go among evil birds and beasts, evil people, evil spirits, evil ghosts, and even evil winds, or to put themselves in other difficult situations. They need only gaze in worship and make offerings to an image of the mighty Earth Store Bodhisattva. In response, all the evils in those mountain forests and on those vast seas will simply disappear. Contemplator of sounds, listen well to what I say. Earth Store Bodhisattva is an unending wonder. Hundreds of millions of ends time to be brief, to fully describe the powers of this great being. If people can but hear the name Earth Store, bow to his image, revere and worship him, offer incense, flowers, clothes, food, and drink, such acts will bring them thousands of joys. If they can dedicate such merit to Dharma realm, they will become Buddhas, ending birth and death. Contemplator of Vows know this well, and tell everyone everywhere in lands as many as Ganges sands.